Hello, everyone. I hope I'm here. I hope you can see me. If anybody's out there, let me know. I haven't done a live all by myself in such a long time that I'm lost. I couldn't figure out how to start up on the live, which is really crazy. Not really crazy, honestly. That's just normal for me lately. So, I'm still adjusting my camera here. I am going to show you what we're going to do Saturday, the 11th, on our Saturday Shenanigans. I know some of you are going to really miss the Defy auctions, so I decided I would jump in on that spot and do some play dates. It's going to do a couple of things. It's going to give us something fun to do, give you the community that you've been used to, and maybe I'm going to get something done, get some of my unfinished projects done, and some of the things that I have been wanting to make done. Hey, Susan. So we're going to start off with this little project. It's kind of simple. Now, this was my prototype, and I have to admit, I borrowed the idea from Kim Polton, and I'm calling it a uh, oh, a snippet book. Okay, so what this is a little booklet that's actually, you pull this little part out, it's an accordion book. And it's got little pages in here. Now, I made mine small because hers was small, and I love small books. And you will see when I get done telling you, hi, Belinda, the things that we're going to need and the things we're going to use. I'm going to show you where it's going, where my thought process is going. So the one I'm going to make on Saturday is probably going to be a little bit bigger, only because I've already made a small one. So, hey, and besides, it'll be easier for you to see. What this book is it's an accordion, and it's got little bitty signatures in it. And then this little thing fits in like so. Hi, dragons. Arlene. So this is kind of how it is, real simple. But what we're going to do to make it a snippet book is we are going to take little bits of lace, we'll just bring the whole bowl so I don't have to pick it all back up. Little bits of lace, little bits of paper, and we're going to make little clusters or snippets to decorate this so that we can take this when we're done and use it as a source for some of the other projects that I want to do, which again, I'm going to show you in just a minute. So what do you need? I do have it listed, not in this video, but in the one that has it scheduled, but I also wrote it down because I need to do things like that. So you need 1 sheet of cardstock. The reason for this size of book was because this was some cutoffs of some digital jelly prints that I had made. And so I already had them. So I used these. And you'll need 2 pieces. So that's why I said a sheet of cardstock. It can be some ugly craft paper that you don't like, painty paper. Everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people have scrapbook pages that they just don't like. So that would be a good way to use this up. So the 1 sheet of cardstock, paper to make pages. Again, that can be anything depending upon the size of your book. Anything that you can make a page out of. I have a few things. This is one of my favorite papers. Okay, Fuzzy, go away. This was when I was doing some shrinking and using ink. This is my back paper. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's just so colorful. But you can use painty papers. You can use jelly prints. You can do ephemera. This is looks like painty paper, but it's store-bought. Book pages, just about anything, and really any size. Yeah, your ugly paper stash. This would be a perfect time for that. Because, for one, once it's all together and cut down to smaller pieces, it, one, might not be ugly, or two, you could put some more art on it and make it usable. Because that's what this is going to be. This is going to be a source. This is not going to be, well, it can be whatever you want it to be. But for me and my intentions is it's going to be a source of supplies for down the road. So, okay, back to what we need. We need the painty papers and little scraps of lace, fabric, ribbon, scraps, all kinds of bits. In the bottom of this, I have some little die cuts and little tags and snippet thingies that honestly I don't really use, but now I got a place. You're going to need thread and needles. I'm going to use a little bit heavier thread to bind my book, but I'm going to use just regular sewing thread to sew some of these things onto the pages that I want to add because we want them to be able to be taken off. So you will need, that's pretty much your supplies, your tools. This is what I'm using. Again, use whatever you've got. You might want to glue some of them, because there's nothing saying you can't glue something to this page, and then when you're ready to use it, you pull out the whole page and it becomes part of your little cluster or embellishment that you're going to use. So scissors or glue, stapler, scissors, whatever kind you like. You may want to do some fussy cutting and put little images on. You may want to cut big pieces of paper or a paper trimmer if you have one. And needle and thread for adding embellishments, the glue. Okay, that pretty much covers the supplies you need. It's very simple. There's not a lot. Everybody's got, as Arlene called it, ugly paper. And we all have those things that didn't quite work out. Another thing that's really good, let's see if I can find one in here. When you get a printable or you print something and you're not thrilled with how it turned out, or in my case, the printer screws up and only prints half of a page, save those because those bits and pieces will go in really great in this project. So what are we going to do our source book with? Well, here's just a few things that I've come up with. Just a few. I said just a few. I really, really want to do this book. I've already made it, but I need to help other people make it so that we can all decorate it together. Now, this one I did, and it is just pages, and I used a sewing machine, so you could glue this. It's super easy to glue pages together and then take a marker and make it look like it's stitched. That's easy. We can do that. But it's just stuff. No rhyme, no reason, nothing goes together. Some of it's pieced and some of it's glued. And, I seen a book like this and fell in love with it. And I thought, I got to have this. I got to make something like this. So this is one of the things that we can do. It's one of the things that I really think would be a lot of fun. This one may have a kit in the future. I'm still working on getting the bingo cards. These little bits we can make would even go with something like this. I know, every time I do a wraparound button thing, I never know how to take it off. There we go. So this is, again, almost like what we're going to make, but these are just the size sheets of paper. And some of these are even pieced together, and there's just junk, and there's stuff sewn, and there's stuff sewn and then glued on, and it's just a crazy mess. This is what I like. I love the mess. I love stitching on paper. I love how you can be messy and it still turns out cool. I love that grungy look, but I always got to have color. So, that's kind of where all that goes. And like I said, I just have some. This is something I've made recently that is envelopes unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of envelopes now, but you know, that doesn't mean I can't save some to do this. So this is just a kind of a flip book. Again, this, oh, and it does have this too. This is made with greeting cards or envelopes and my painty paper printables that I've just glued on top of these. I just used them as background pages. I mean, I can still embellish them, I can still decorate them, but if I didn't want to, it's fine. This is kind of off the subject, but I just had to share this because I just did. So I covered the cover already. So this, I don't know if you can get help finding the right coverage for you. This was my Medicare book, and I wanted to make something with a smaller. So I got out my ruler and I cut it down. So now I have this really long, skinny book, and I have been gessoing the pages so that I have multiple pages to work on. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. But you can use those little scrappy bits that we're going to put in this book. And then we're going to pull out of this book to use them on other projects. And these are just a few. I know. How many times have I said that? Popsicle stick bookmark. Could use it for that. This is kind of a snippet on a popsicle stick that you put over your book to keep it closed, or use it for a bookmark too. Yes, it's got to be the right kind of magazine with the right kind of pages for me. Not every magazine works, but this one, it was good. And I went in and I pulled out extra pages, and I have the other book started also, but this one was long and skinny, different size. So of course I wanted to use it like crazy. I have this idea for that book. I'm just going to share it because I already brought it up. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe between today and tomorrow, you can make you some scrappy papers. You know what? What you see here is the majority of my scrappy papers. I might have like this much more, and that's it. Because I don't really save them when they get so small, because I have so many jelly prints and painting papers that I can just tear them up and make my own scraps. Yeah, break the rules, do your own thing. That's what it's all about. This and some of these things I'm showing you to will be future projects. I do think my email for YouTube is listed below. Arlene, I haven't given it to you yet. It is jeanpeterartist@gmail.com. If you have any suggestions or ideas you want to make, you can just email me. This one doesn't have clusters in it, but there's nothing saying we can't. But I do want to make a little matchbook book. And I do have a video up on this already, I believe. And yeah, this one will probably have a kit. This one is another one with a bunch of scrappy stuff put together. And so any of your little, I mean, all of these things are going to use the things we're going to decorate this with. So, you know, it's good. It's all good. So then that is, oh wait, here we go. Here's another one. We're just, actually this one's not even really done. This is made with a lot, the cover is made with a time card. Boy, my words are lost today. I don't know. I don't really use wax much. As long as you can glue it, staple it, or sew it, I don't know why you can't use it anywhere you want. I would think the wax, and from what I watch on videos, most of the time the wax keeps things from sticking. So this one again could be decorated with bits and pieces that we've made in our snippet book. So Now I'm just going to show you some books that I have already been told about and some projects that I've already been asked about that we might and could do. Like this one is another accordion book, but I use file folders to make pockets, and there's a little something in each pocket. So like I'm saying, if there's anything you think that you've wanted to try or you need some help with, or just this crazy off the wall thing, yeah. This one's made out of cardboard squares, heavy cardboard, chipboard. And this is a very easy to do stitch. And yeah, I have more than one email, Arlene, but the one I'm using for YouTube, I went ahead and got me a new one just yet today, maybe yesterday, I don't know. And then these two have been asked for a lot. And then here's another one that I think would be fun, and I have tons and tons of time cards. This is just time cards folded and made into signatures, and then I do my little collage. So in this process of making this book, then we're going to all learn how I collage, and hopefully you can get something off of that, you know? And we have this little book, and this is a die cut to make the cover, and I can easily make those or make them into a printable. And this is another one with the time card pages. Some of them are sewed together or just sewed on the edges, just because I like the strings hanging off. And anyway, most of these are all little books. As you can tell, I like little books. I don't use them, and that's okay. This one we will make too, and I hopefully, if you do not have tickets, we can find something that will work. This is, to me, this is so much fun. We will make this in the future. I call this, and I do again believe that there's video for this out. I call this my ticket snippet. And I mean, it's beautiful all by itself, right? Well, if you turn it over, everything is stapled on. And I took care to not staple on the perforation of the tickets. So let's say I need this ticket as a little cluster for something. I can tear it at its perforation. And there you go. And I could take, something like that and stick it on the front of this, just staple it on. I could get a needle and thread and stitch it on. So all I have to do is snip thread. So yeah, this is something we will make in the future because it's fun. It doesn't take anything but scraps and tickets and a stapler. You could easily stitch these little things together. And then, when you're making your book and you're making a good sized book and you need this on the edge of a page, you got a long page edge. Or you can make the little bitty ones and use them wherever. Yeah, that's what a lot of this is. Oh, and you may want fabric scraps to use somewhere. This is silly but fun. So I'm going to share this real quick. This is receipts. I don't know. I think they're from Albertsons, but I'm not positive. And I took them in and put them on my sewing machine, and I stitched this way, and then I stitched this way, and then I got them wet and scrubbed them like this to make them have holes in them. So now I got pieces of this, which is grungy and fun and I don't know, kind of weird. So this is one book that has been requested. This is my tag house book. And it's an accordion, but they're all houses. I've made them to be houses in my world, not maybe real houses. This is the seafood restaurant, though. And all they are is houses, and I've done the collage with the painty papers. I haven't even really went back and doodled on them. I could, but the thing is, both sides are done. So no matter how you want to hang it, you can, or hang it, set it up so you can see it. Oh, it does have this little bit of fence too. I forgot to unfold that. So the first house has a little fence in front of it. I think this is, and I don't have a mantle, but I think this would be gorgeous, done Christmassy with greenery and twinkly lights behind it on a mantle. So that's something that has been requested. And then this is my tagged book. And it's all made with tags or tickets kind of things. Postcards, not really a tag, but flashcards, that's an envelope. This little pocket of, hi, Susie. I know. Wouldn't that be fun? We could just get us a group of houses and put it in a circle and leave everybody else on the outside, and we can just live in our houses and come out and play. That would be so much fun. So this pipe cleaner, I've had this for a long time. And so there's some tags, and I've used the time cards and library cards. And this is just hinged. Some of it's with tickets. All the tickets have been reinforced on the other side. And so anyway, this is another request. And again, it's grungy, but it's got the color. Then that is, I just have determined that's just me. And I have a piece of paper that came undone. I got, a few big tags in here. In here is a tag somebody made me. I don't recall who. Inside of a pocket, a little envelope pocket, inside of another pocket. And this is actually, okay, so I went to San Diego via Las Vegas when I was 18 years old with a friend of my mother's as a traveling companion. So this is the actual luggage tag from then. We won't talk about how old this really is. I think it's only 12 years old. And so anyway, this is my tag book. And this could actually be on a video too. I don't know. I did some as kits for private, and I am slowly putting them back out onto my YouTube channel. I don't know if this one's there or not. As far as the house too, I'm not sure if it is or not. But that's just some of the things I have in mind. I really would love, thank you. I like that. Deliberate chaos. Oh, that just fits me perfect. I really want your opinions on what you'd like to see. If you want to challenge me and say, I really want to do this, but I don't know where to start. Hey, we can try it, But I want you to come. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to have fun and laugh and get snarky if you want. I don't care. I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to enjoy myself. And there's some things I need to finish. So, it's a win-win for everybody. There's, as far as stitching stuff goes, we can do, slow stitching stuff. I will have slow stitching kits. When I get them made, they will be available for the cost of shipping only because most of the materials have been donated. And I have a lot of people support me in the background that want to make this work. And so, I hope that y'all can help. You can either leave a message on this video. If you leave it with me right now on things you want to do, I'm probably going to forget to write it down. I'll be honest. But like I said, my email is JP, or no, I got a new one. I got a new one. We got to get this right. jeanpeterartist, just like my YouTube channel at gmail.com. So anyway, another thing that I'm working on that I need to get finished, and I think in my little preview video of what was going to happen, I had these. These are just sticks out of my yard, and they're covered with bits of, I say sorry silk, but it's not all silk. Some of it's cotton, just strips of fabric. And I don't have that wire tucked in the way I want it. Oh, I did. It slipped out. So then I put some ribbons and some trims and some yarns on there. And then I put some wire and then some wire with beads. I'm going to do these in my bathroom. I know, weird. My bathroom shower curtain is very hippie. It's flowers and it's orange and pink and turquoise and red. And we painted the shelf in there blue. And then I got these cute little urchins, is what I call them, sea urchins. They came black with gold tips, and I painted them in the same colors as the curtain. And so it's really fun and really colorful. And I got a vase sitting in there. And so far, there's only one stick. This would be in there, but it's just a little bit too long for the arrangement. And so I need to make some smaller ones. And so this is something else we could do. So yeah, I totally want to do the sticks. I really want to do the sticks. That might even be a pop-up somewhere, because, you know, if I'm going to sit here and make them, I might as well share with everyone else. So on my not preview, where I have it scheduled for Saturday, I do list the days that I know I can be on. I do have to work around my husband's weekends off because he likes to, you know, do a road trip. And November, most of the time I will come on at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. All this time I was with Defy. I had to do the math. Now you guys get to do the math. Mountain Time at 10. That makes it 11 Central Time on this channel. Yes. And noon Eastern Time and 9 California time. So, you know, but on next month, November, I'm going to be doing it on the 1st, but we're not going to start until an hour later. That isn't, I mean, my husband, that's his weekend on, but he's usually on call, and it's our citywide cleanup. And we got stuff that's got to go out to the curb. If I have to drag him out with it, it's got to go. So I want to make sure I have time to get it out there before they've already came by and we've missed it again. So that's, you know, why it's going to be a little bit later start. Yeah, and I'm always going to be on this channel. This is me, and I hope we can have some fun. And again, let me know what you would like to see, what you want to try, anything you can think of. And who knows, I might even have a few giveaways. They'll be little because postage is high, but yeah, we're going to have fun. So I thank you for showing up, and I'm going to call it a day for now. And I hope to see you all on Saturday. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.